All right, well, welcome back to the new and improved version of What's My Take Again, where we talk all things NFL related, and that's the first time I can officially say that. We are doing a little revamp of the podcast, and with that, I felt like changing up the studio look and the space and everything like that. Obviously, this is not my living room. This is not my kitchen counter where me and Joey shot the last episode. Once again, it's me and Joey back, and I'm so excited because we got the boys from Fuming Football, Danny and Tanner. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Very excited to
Glad
have
to
these
be
guys
here.
on. You guys should go check them out all on social media. I will leave all their links down below, and hopefully this is the first of many collaborations down the road.
Yes.
But very excited for today. This is the first time I've done a fully NFL-focused podcast. So you don't have to hear me tell any inspirational crap today. So very excited today. But yeah, we're like around a little bit more than halfway through the NFL season right now. And the goal today is we're going to be doing a full-on breakdown of the NFL season so far. So gentlemen, what's the first thing we want to talk about with that?
Let's get into division leaders, playoff hopes, seeing how we feel.
What are we thinking?
Yeah.
Let's start with the 1 seed on both sides, I'd say.
Okay.
For the NFC, I think the Rams end up taking it. I think it starts this week against the Seahawks. They beat them. They move on. They've got an easier schedule ahead of them compared, and I think they take it outright. In the AFC, I got the Broncos taking it. Maybe a bit of a surprise, but
Yeah.
I think they've got the best
A bit.
defense in the league. No question. I mean, they're being compared to the 2000s Ravens defense right now, so they got some talent, and I feel confident in them straightening things out on the offensive side, and I feel good about them taking the AFC.
They got 7 wins in a row, right?
Yeah.
7 wins in a row, yeah. I mean, they're hot.
Yeah,
Those picks must run in the fuming blood. Because I got the same exact
Yeah.
picks. I got the Rams as the 1 seed on the NFC side.
we
and
spent too much time together.
Some really high on the Broncos. We've been high on the Broncos. If you guys are coming over from Fuming Football, like you guys know, me and Tanner have been on the Broncos since week 1. Had them at like number 6 in the power rankings, I think, before the season even started. So, yeah, their defense is just so damn good, and I don't see their offense really being that big of an issue.
Really?
Your defense only lets up. Yeah, dude, they have the least amount of points allowed.
Closer to you, bro.
That good?
Yeah.
I think they have the least amount of points allowed in the NFL this year.
Really?
Yeah.
By like a pretty
Okay.
fair margin.
I think they could be better, though. I think Bo Nix is either super hot or super cold.
Very
There's
peaceful.
no in between. And he doesn't use his weapons. Like, Cortland Sutton is not getting used to the full potential that he could be used to. Their defense is doing great, and yeah, they've been winning games. But if they want to keep that streak up, I think their offense has to step up a lot more, too.
Is it due to the scheme though? Like I feel like Peyton has always, like, since he's been the coach of the Broncos, had
Yeah.
a very run heavy mindset.
Yeah.
And so I feel, J.K. Dobbins, every time that he's healthy, he seems to average 5 yards per carry.
Yeah.
So, you got that good of a running game, and with the emerging R.J. Harvey,
Yep.
he's been playing great too.
If I'm correct, he's statistically better than Saquon Barkley right now, too.
Who, R.J. or J.K.?
J.K. Dobbins.
I believe it. I
Yeah.
think that he's second in yards per carry behind Jonathan Taylor. 6 yards per carry, by the way.
That's insane.
MVP? Question mark?
Their O-line is phenomenal.
JT, yes.
Like, the Broncos O-line is phenomenal. It really is determined on if Bo Nix can limit the turnovers, and
Yeah.
I think he's a sane enough quarterback to do that.
Yeah, 100%. I think that, I saw in the Giants game, for at least in the first half, we were blitzing Bo Nix, kind of flushing him out to his right.
Yeah.
And then he was making mistakes. The defense was able to, hold him to a couple 3-and-outs and here and there. And then the offense was able to score in the Giants game. But then when you stop blitzing Bo Nix and stop putting that pressure on him, that offensive line of the Broncos really kind of locks in and protects their quarterback. Then Bo Nix has the time and he can scan the field and everything and find the right read, or they just start running the ball more and put less pressure on Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Brian Dable got fired. Obviously, that's a bit of old news by the time this comes out. But as far as candidates go, who we thinking?
Oh, Tanner and I talked about this.
John Gruden!
That's what I was going to say, too.
John Gruden.
John Gruden and Lane Kiffin. I think those are the top 2 candidates. I mean, more realistic, though, Lou and Arumo. I think I'm saying that correctly, the defensive coordinator from the Colts. Because I've been listening. All I've been doing this week is taking in NFL media and like preparing for today, obviously. But the Giants have had mainly a lot of offensive coaches in the past, like couple decades, past like 20 years. It's been a lot of offensive minded coaches. So maybe they need to change something up and bring in a defensive minded coach.
Other than Pat Schumer, but he didn't have the defense to work with.
Yeah.
Like his schemes didn't really work with that.
Yeah.
The Giants are always at their best when they're a defense first team.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And if we can bring in that guy with a pass rush that should be doing good, it just kind of isn't right now. But bringing a defensive guy that can actually get the most out of these guys, I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Rex Ryan.
Don't do that.
So
Rex
Don't
Ryan.
do that.
I'm good
No.
on that.
Yo,
Just-
wait.
Don't do that.
Just wait. Just hear me. Listen, I understand what you said. Rex Ryan with Mark Sanchez, the butt fumble king, went to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, but he's what 13 years removed from that. 14 years removed from that.
I forget what the show's called in the morning on ESPN, but I watch it all the time. Rex Ryan's on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he knows what
Sometimes
he's
he
talking
says
about.
some crazy stuff, but like 85% of what he says, I like what I hear.
Okay.
And I still think that you can give him at least an opportunity. Maybe not as a head coach, but you could bring him in as like a D coordinator or something like that.
I mean, yeah,
Like,
that's a- yeah.
because obviously Bowen just stinks.
Yeah,
Oh,
I want
God.
God
awful.
Yeah, I think
The
we're all
collapses
right
this
there.
year.
And I mean, you get a guy like Rex Ryan, keep Kafka on, because honestly, he's been doing pretty good with the offense, I think. When Jackson Dart's healthy, obviously Scadaboo was when he's healthy, we just, roll over teams.
The offense is performing, yeah.
Yeah. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And,
Yeah.
hopefully next year when you have Dart, Scadaboo, and Neighbors all healthy, maybe we get that guy from Ohio State. I forget his name, but he's not Jeremiah Smith. He's the other guy. He's also really good. He's the only him and the guy from Arizona State that everyone's
about-
Every Ohio State receiver is good.
Yeah.
Is that the Williams kid who's the...
Yes.
No, Ryan Williams. That's Alabama.
No, not Ryan Williams.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of.
I forget.
Is
this
there a
guy's-
Williams on Ohio State too?
I don't know if that's the guy's last
don't
name.
know.
I forget what his name is.
Well, that's the one thing that's for certain, though. Whoever becomes the next Giants head coach, they're coming into a phenomenal
Yeah,
situation. You got Malik Neighbors, one of the top receivers when he's healthy. Cam Scadaboo, Cam Scadaboo, one of the top rookie running backs when he's healthy, and Jackson Dart. I mean, who doesn't love this kid? Watch him. He's a year older than me,
Eagles fans
which is
don't.
so
No, yeah.
weird to look at.
is.
It's
Eagles
amazing
fans
you're
don't like
older than me.
him. Yeah.
That's so wild to think about, though. Now, I don't know.
Eagles fans
Yeah,
don't
for real. We are hitting Unk status.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say though, and this has been previously discussed, the like Lane Kiffin thing and all that.
Okay.
So like the knock on Dart coming out of college was the fact like that he was in a simplified college offense and that he's not, and we talked about this, he's
Yeah.
not like pro ready because he
Yeah.
was in that Lane Kiffin offense.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
very
yeah.
simple offense made for a college quarterback kind of offense. And the knock on Dart was he's not NFL ready because of that. So would hiring someone like Lane Kiffin potentially like bring that back into play and like God forbid it, because I don't want to say it because I
Yeah.
love him, but like ruin Dart in a way.
I think I agree with you on that. I think it would. I think he stays at Ole Miss because he has built almost not a dynasty because they haven't really won anything, but he has built like his players like when he recruits players like they want to go because of him and because of like the school's history and everything like that. And obviously the money might be there, but like for me, I'm a loyalty guy. Like, if I'm building a program that's like starting to do better and has a bright future, but I get offered like maybe $3 million more a year just to go to the NFL or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would honestly take
Stay where
that
you started.
because you're still making great money being a head coach in the SEC, which is the NFL of college football, pretty much.
I mean, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars when Trevor Lawrence got drafted. They brought over who was this coach at Clemson?
Myers.
Yeah, Urban Meyer. Yeah. And
He
look how that went.
Yeah.
Urban
So-
Meyer's just
The one
Not
thing,
saying-
the one thing I'm worried about with the Giants is I don't want Jackson Dart turning into the Daniel Jones situation where it's just a carousel of head coaches and there's never a set scheme and there's just never a plan in place for the guy because once Daniel Jones leaves that after getting his brain scrambled by 5 different minds, trying to teach him offense, he can take a half a year rest, learn a Colts system, and now he's the top passer in the league.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
Jackson Dart is a good quarterback, and pair him with a great head coach, Giants can be great.
Yeah.
Dart's got too much aura to be like not good. Like the guy's literally anything Skywalker.
I feel like Jackson Dart is who Baltimore Ravens fans want Lamar Jackson to be right now. Because Jackson Dart can run the football. He had 5 rushing touchdowns in his last 5 games. That's crazy. That's insane.
I think most in NFL rookie history, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah,
Yeah,
it was the
Rushing touchdown.
first player in NFL history to have your first quarterback to have 6 straight games of
Yeah.
one rushing touchdown,
Yeah.
something like that.
He had
Yeah.
7 in 7 games started,
I-
actually, because he had
yeah.
2 and 1.
I see his
Oh,
comparison
okay.
kind of more to like Josh Allen. though.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
100%.
very
Dang.
physical runner.
Okay.
He had something with Gruden. I remember
He leads with his head.
where he was like, Gruden was like, oh, and
Against
what
Georgia.
are you supposed to do here? And the answer was supposed to be slide, and he was like, I'll run his ass over.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Ran him over.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah.
Another
Yeah.
guy who Tanner and I potentially talked about being a coach candidate for the Giants, and I don't know if you guys will like this or not, but Brian Flores, DC over
Okay.
at in Minnesota right now. He was the head coach for the Dolphins. They had that whole scandal when the
Yeah.
Dolphins lost their first overall pick.
Yeah.
Due to, I don't know.
was it tanking like something like that?
Nah, it was. I think it was something racially,
Yeah. There
Oh
was,
yeah, that's right. In the office
there
with
was
the
some-
lady or something.
something like
What?
that.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
Okay.
Brian Flores
Yeah.
ended up getting out of there, going to the Steelers to become a linebacker coach, and then is now the defensive coordinator of one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah.
And he has head coaching experience. It's like something new,
Yeah.
like Giants fans
Yeah.
want. It's not a outdated offense.
Yeah.
Really. I mean, I think it could be good. He's also a very good locker room guy. The players love him.
Yeah.
He's also an aggressive defensive coordinator, and with this team, that's
Yeah.
what you need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't lay off and play safe cushion when it gets down to the
Yeah.
late seconds in the game,
Yeah.
which Bowen has been doing.
Yeah.
I think that's what New York needs, a little aggressiveness in their play calling. And that's why I think there's a lot of excitement with Jameis Winston. Because he doesn't care.
man.
He's just gonna throw up the ball.
That's
He'll
aggressive.
get 3 touchdown passes and then he'll get 3 interceptions. And I think that's what a lot of people are excited for. And who cares if he gets 3 interceptions? If he's gonna win us the game and get 3 touchdowns, who cares?
Yeah, Wandale Robinson
Yeah.
might be a start in fantasy. This week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Before the season started, before Dart, before we even picked up Russell, we got Jameis first.
Yes.
And I was
Yes.
excited for that move for the simple sake of we're going to let that thing fly.
Yeah.
And now we're going to see it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're going to
Yeah,
see it with
really.
Jameis.
I
so
really
it'll be
hated
fun.
starting Russ. Like just starting Russ. He did great against the Cowboys, and
Yeah.
that was an
Yeah.
unfortunate loss. But
Until he didn't.
Yeah, and exactly. But I mean, I'm happy we didn't start Dart week 1 because that would have just
Yes,
that's a
it's
mistake.
not
I
the
agree.
move.
You can't expect a kid like Dart, especially like maybe Cam Ward. He had to go into a situation
Yeah.
where he
A
needed to
top
start.
overall pick like that, yeah, of course.
Yeah, but when you're going, talking about Dart, like, yeah, we traded up with the Steelers and stuff like that to get him at 22 in round 1. We needed to let him develop. And then I think
Yeah.
he did, and then he was like, yeah, this is my show, like, I'm not giving it up, and then he gets 3 concussions in, like, a couple days.
Yeah.
So,
Got to slide.
yeah.
Yeah.
The moral of that story.
That fumble.
Gruden's going to go at him for that.
Yeah, of course. That fumble, though, that was crazy. I didn't even see, against the Bears, I didn't see, like, the actual hit. I just saw that he, like, fumbled it, and I'm like, oh, that stinks, but then all of a sudden I see Dart's head just it gets slammed in the ground. I'm like, all right, give the guy, like, a rest. And maybe, honestly, like, don't even start him the rest of the year. Like, yeah, we want to win games, and obviously Kafka wants to win games, but if we lose the next 2, say, because, we actually have a bye next week, I think, after we play the Packers. So if we lose against the Packers, which, I mean, let's be honest, probably going to happen.
Yeah.
We got to, like, make a decision. Okay, do we want to try and play and get, like, maybe not 500 anymore, but, maybe, like, 6 and whatever. Or
Yeah.
do we want to just kind of tank and have a 3-win season again?
It's a really deep draft class, though.
It is.
Like,
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
never the Giants' move to tank. And honestly, as
It
a
is.
fan, I hate a tank.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing
Yeah.
it. I like a high draft pick. I like a high draft pick. I don't like tanking.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Jets have
Keep
seemed
the
to go
games
into
close
reverse
and
tank
exciting,
over the last
but
2
if you
weeks.
lose, you lose.
because you guys don't
Yeah.
need a quarterback.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel like for the Jets it's more so like we need to maybe tank because you look at some of these guys like Fernando Mendoza or Ty Simpson. Those are 2 guys I think that'd be great.
You think this is the quarterback class this year for the
It's a
Jets?
very deep
I think it could be.
quarterback class, yeah.
Well, I think the smartest thing we need to do. This might be a hot take. I think in the offseason, get rid of Justin Fields and Tyrod Taylor. You get them out of there. You bring in Kirk Cousins, and then you draft a rookie quarterback.
Do you start Kirk the year for that?
I think it depends how.
100%.
I don't think Kirk takes that contract if he's not starting, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
after
and it's gonna be a
what happened to
boatload
Atlanta,
of
no
money.
way.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Jets like cap room is coming up this
Well,
year.
I don't know. I
but-
don't think we would do anything.
good.
Yeah,
I think
probably pretty
we
good.
give him like
Just
a
don't
1 year
get size
contract. I don't think we would
Yeah.
do any more than a 1 year contract.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because doing what
Probably
Atlanta
retire
did would
every
be the biggest mistake. Because then you're just like throwing money down the drain, and then you got him for 4 years, and he's not happy. Obviously,
Yeah.
You know, he
Just to
got
pick the
benched
fifth
last
best
season.
quarterback in that year's draft class.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't think he's done yet either. I think Kirk Cousins still has a little bit of life
I
left in him.
can agree with that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
but-
just finished watching quarterback
is
on
Kirk
Cousins.
Netflix, and that was a little bit of an emotional ending. I gotta admit, I had some tears at the end there. You know, watching the end. Oh, my mic just. Yo, we're back.
Yo.
Oh, we are back. We're
All
so
right.
back. All
We're
right.
so back.
Guys, all right. So, all right, we were talking about Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finished watching quarterbacks. Very, very emotional ending. I thought to that, and that made me look at Kirk Cousins. He's still got a lot of ball left in him. I think he had some things to figure out at the time. You know, I think bringing it when they brought in Michael Penix, I think that totally messed up his mindset because when he got signed to that major contract for 4 seasons, it's like, yeah, you're going to be the guy, and then they go in and behind your back draft this quarterback,
Like
and not
literally
tell you.
weeks later.
Yeah, literally weeks later, and they didn't communicate that at all to him. So obviously he's going to be a little bit pissed off about that. So I think we bring in him, but we like communicate with him that like we want you here to be more of like bringing up a younger guy. Like that has to be your role.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to do that, you know, we let him start the first couple of weeks. And, you know, depending on how he does, maybe the full season, and we just let him stay on the bench. I mean, you look at somebody like Aaron Rodgers, who sat behind Brett Favre for how many seasons, and then look at how his career panned out. Obviously, it's going,
Yeah.
And even Jordan Love right now, if you want to
Exactly.
get down that ladder.
yeah. I mean, and then Aaron
I think
Rodgers is like,
I think a quarterback resting in the NFL, like just getting a feel for the way the league is, the speed of the league is way better. I mean,
Yeah.
look at a guy like Sam Darnold. Like,
Yeah,
it took
he,
him
he
a while.
was, he
Exactly.
was a day one starter and was instantly a draft bust. People were calling him,
Yeah.
and now he is again one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
He's-
Baker
funny, like-
Mayfield. Baker
Yeah,
Mayfield's
yeah,
another
yeah,
great
yeah.
example.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
It takes
That's
a
the
few
thing
years.
too
I'm
about
just-
Baker. He was never really a bust in my
Oh, yeah.
opinion at
Yeah,
Cleveland.
no.
Yeah.
They just like he wasn't getting them past like one playoff.
It's
win
just
or anything
Cleveland.
Like
They
that.
wanted
It's
to
just
move
Cleveland.
on quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to move on quicker than they were willing to
Yeah.
let
and,
Baker.
and you get
bake.
massaged
100%.
Deshaun. I mean Deshaun Watson.
Massage Watson.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
he's not even playing. He signed a really big quarterback contract. What was it, 140 million or something like that?
Yeah.
One of the most
And he just
expensive at the
didn't.
time, yeah.
He just didn't play.
Yeah.
He played what,
Yeah.
3 games or something.
Listen,
Yeah.
my thing is with quarterbacks like that, like even with Darnold, I never thought Darnold, like I never 100% gave up on Darnold, and I actually wanted the Steelers to sign Darnold in
yeah.
the offseason that he was a free agent. Not this past offseason, but the one before that.
Yeah.
Dude, if you just like watched the film of him on the Jets, there was so many plays where you could see that he had first round
Yeah.
talent still, and like the Jets just never got that out of him. I don't know what.
Who was he throwing to?
Yeah, I mean that's what you.
And his
Yeah,
offensive
yeah,
line was
I don't
just
even-
god awful.
Yeah.
So I mean, like he literally was seeing ghosts.
Yeah, yeah.
We had like we had a couple guys like we had Robbie Anderson, Robbie Chosen, or whatever the heck you want to, whatever his
Robbie
name is.
Chosen.
He has
now.
like he's probably had 4 names
Yeah,
since
yeah.
this video comes out. to
And
be
then
honest.
Le'Veon Bell as our
Oh yeah. Sorry
Like,
about
He
that.
was
like-
washed by then, man.
Braxton Berrios.
I love Braxton Berrios. Braxton Berrios. I would love a Braxton Berrios jersey. I will never not love Braxton Berrios. He's phenomenal, and I never want to hear hate about him.
All right,
He's-
girls from
he's
around
pheno-
here.
No, he's a
Yeah,
dog.
she is.
He's a dog.
She is. Yeah, but yeah,
like
he's a
Brielle.
dog. Yeah.
We love them white receivers.
All right.
Before we move on, I just want to ask you, like, what are your opinions on the Jets? Like, you know, trading away I forget. I know.
Sauce
Quinn,
Gardner, Quinn
that's,
Williams,
sorry, I
yeah.
almost said Breece Hall, but they didn't trade him. I was hoping they.
He wanted.
Can you
to be
believe
traded.
that?
Yeah.
Like
After all that,
you have 5 first rounders though in the next
all that?
2 drafts.
Didn't the Chiefs offered like a
A 4th-round pick.
It was a 4th.
It was a 4th.
Okay, that's,
He's
that
worth
Yeah.
he's worth a
worth
lot
way
more.
and
more.
then there's a video of
especially
Brees.
if the Chiefs get him because that's a 32nd overall pick, like
Yeah.
32nd pick in the round.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
honestly like for Breece Hall if I'm the Jets, if they said like, oh, we'll give you like Kareem Hunt and like a 3rd rounder or something like that. Take that.
Oh my
Kareem,
God,
yeah.
Kareem's honestly old and gonna probably retire in the next 3 years or
I
so.
think the Chiefs would have overpaid in that situation.
Probably,
to be honest.
yeah. I'm just saying in the Jets scenario, like
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
obviously like, oh, we're getting rid of like everybody on defense, but not our
Yeah.
offensive players. So I don't know. I thought Garrett Wilson was out of there. I'll be honest with you.
Was it said that
I really thought he was
He,
gonna get
he was
traded.
the one they marked as untouchable. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I
they
know,
did
but
mark
I
him as
just-
untouchable.
He doesn't want to go anywhere though either. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, like free Garrett Wilson, free Brees, but like Garrett Wilson has said it repeatedly that like this team has invested in him since he got there, and he's and that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Too. I think people don't talk about that much, but I think that since we've invested in him and we've trusted him enough, like he wants to stay in New York.
Yeah.
I'm very happy about that. I think we'd be so stupid to get rid of him. Now, as far as the trade, though, at first I was devastated. I screamed in my house when I first saw that. Like I
Which one?
screamed when I first saw that Sauce Gardner got traded to the Indianapolis Colts. I was like, you can't be serious. Are they really all in on Daniel Jones like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I
That's
agree.
insane.
2 first-round picks is just
2 first-round
absolutely
picks.
insane.
and then he gets
And the Donnie
absolutely
Mitchell.
rounded up in the next game.
Who can't catch? Who can't catch?
Yeah,
Like
Adonai Mitchell did not have a good
Yeah.
showing. Oh no, that was last.
How do you
year.
say his name?
Adonai?
Adnai, AD. Where's it?
Yeah,
AD Mitchell.
AD Mitchell.
AD
AD
Mitchell.
Mitchell.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, AD can't catch. He can get open. Like he'll get wide open, but the ball just goes right through his hands.
Kadarius Toney.
Right through his
Colts weren't
hands.
using them.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it
my
really is.
God.
Look at
Tony.
Alex Pierce on their rookie. I think.
Yeah.
And he's a dog.
Yeah.
He had that insane catch against the Falcons in Berlin.
Alec
I
Pierce
picked him up
also-
in fantasy.
Yeah.
Picked him up
Is Alec
in
Pierce a
fantasy.
rookie?
I think so.
No, he's not. He's
Oh,
a
he's not.
second-year guy.
Oh,
His
second year. Oh, my.
Yeah, I think so.
Still, this is his first season being like
Yeah.
you know
So-
a prevalent.
And I started
name.
Josh Downs over him in that game. Josh Downs had like 1.3 points, and then
Josh
freaking-
Downs. Talk about a fantasy bust this year.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna be solid.
Yeah, he honestly
people
for most of the year he's been kind of okay. Like when I start him, I look at his games because like, last year he did the same stuff. He would have like a great game and then crap, and then mid, and then great, and then crap, mid, great, and then it was just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, but it depends on their defense too that they're playing. Like if they're playing a defense that's got 2 really good corners but like not really a good slot corner, then you start their slot receiver Alex Pierce or
Yeah.
Michael Pittman or whatever whoever's playing in the slot, but.
I think I've seen Alec Pierce make like 3 or 4 just one-on-one contested like
Yeah.
just sick
Yeah.
catches this year.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
Alec Pierce, guys.
yeah.
Alec Pierce.
Oh, he's in his 4th year.
Really?
Yeah. Oof.
I don't know why I thought he was a
Jeez.
rookie.
There you go.
Oh my
He was
gosh.
around. Did
Thanks,
that to him.
Milkman.
Yeah, appreciate it, Milkman. Popping off like one though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, it's just so weird to like the thing that is interesting to me about the Quinnen Williams trade was part of that trade came from the Micah Parsons trade,
Yeah.
and so the first round or they're getting the Cowboys are getting the better or worse, or sorry, the Jets are getting the better or worse of the first round picks. I think they're getting the
it was
better
one. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so they're getting the better between the Packers and
So the Cowboys pick.
yes, so they're getting the
Yeah,
Cowboys
yeah.
pick essentially, and that carried over from the Micah Parsons trade, so that replenishes that pick. So
Yeah.
I hate that the Cowboys actually Jerry. It was so funny. Like Jerry Jones wanted the attention on him. You're trading away. How do you get Micah Parsons away for Kenny Clark? And what did they get?
Kenny Clark and 2
no,
first round picks,
yeah,
but now it
2.
essentially turns into Kenny Clark, a first round pick, a second round pick, and
Quentin Williams,
Williams,
which is
which-
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah.
Like he is
Yeah.
doing what he wanted to do.
I'm
He's
not
like,
gonna
"We gotta
lie,
stop the
Jerry
run."
is not doing a bad job.
No, he's not. It angers me
It's a good haul.
so much. It angers me so much because I don't hate the
I
Cowboys.
feel like
as much
that's
as the Eagles,
sacrilegious
but-
to talk about New Jersey.
Yeah. Welcome
Dude,
to
we
Jerry's
got a lot of
world.
Cowboys fans up here. Like, it's,
Yeah, but, like,
they have the-
they
it just feels weird.
Listen, the Logan
Even as a
Wilson,
They're like a
Jets fan, it
disease.
feels
You can't get
weird,
rid of
like-
the Logan Wilson trade, needle mover. Not at all.
Yeah,
Literally
yeah.
not at all. Like
know.
I've said this multiple times.
They just need
Jerry
to-
Jones somehow traded for a guy who's struggling to get starting reps on the only defense in the league that's worse than his own.
I know.
It's ridiculous.
And do you guys remember last year? I forget his first name, but his last name's Overshown.
Oh, DeMarvion.
Yeah. That guy is a animal.
He's a monster. I know. Their
so-
defensive line's going to be really good.
So DeMarcus Lawrence he's on the Seahawks. So
Mm-hmm.
he got interviewed one time when the press was in the locker room, and they're like, "Oh, like you've been here for a long time. Who's the best defensive player?" You know, everyone. Oh, maybe Micah Parsons or Leighton Vander Esch or something like that. And he goes, "No, it's Overshown."
Yeah.
And the guy is a freak of nature.
he is.
I'm kind of glazing a little bit, but yeah, he's
No,
a
I,
freak of nature.
dude, I've seen him play. He's
Yeah.
always been a guy who I've had my eye on. If the Cowboys are on,
Yeah.
he's always showing up. He also wears number 0, I'm pretty sure, something
Yeah,
like that.
and
So
he blew out his knee
kinda
last year,
sticks out.
but you know,
Yeah.
hopefully he comes back. You know, well, not hopefully, but hopefully for his sake, he comes
Yeah.
back as like.
Yeah.
you know,
When he
a good
does
player.
come back, that run defense might be dangerous, and if they could force the quarterback to get the ball out of their hands quickly, maybe Trayvon Diggs can,
Yeah.
guard a receiver for more than 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. He seems to struggle with that since his big year.
How we
Yeah.
feeling about MVP right now?
JT.
Oh man.
Jonathan. If,
Listen,
Well,
it should
all right,
be.
if it was, it should be.
if it ended today, it
It's a
should be.
quarterback
Taylor.
award though. That's the
Yeah.
problem.
I need to
I
see
know.
a running back
I know.
get that award, and truthfully, it should have gone to Saquon last year for the 2,000-yard season. That's just me.
I think
Yeah.
if he broke Eric Dickerson's record, that he
Well-
would have got it. Jonathan Taylor's on better track than Saquon was last year for that record
Yeah.
right now.
That's
He's
fair.
also definitely on pace to break the rushing record
Oh,
for
God.
touchdowns
Yeah.
we haven't
Oh,
this
yeah.
season.
seen a running back MVP since Adrian Peterson.
No, I haven't.
That was a
2012.
long time
But yeah, that's what I
ago.
remember, like,
2012, I think.
MVP is most valuable player. So like, for example, like say you put Patrick Mahomes on the Giants, right? And like
Right.
even though we lose a lot of games, he's the most valuable. Like we don't win those games without Patrick Mahomes, right? Like, in that scenario. But it's like, oh yeah, cool. Patrick Mahomes now on the Chiefs,
Yeah.
he's doing great. But he has Andy Reid. He's got a lot of coaches around him. Like say Drake May. Oh, this is a very hot take. I'm so sorry. I'm kind of busting this out right now. Drake May wins MVP. I think it's total BS. I love the guy. I love Drake May. He is an animal and he's a dog and he's a great quarterback for the Patriots.
I don't think he's MVP.
But Mike Vrabel coming in there.
Drake?
yeah, no.
Mike Vrabel coming in there and doing what he's
Definitely
done to that
candidate.
Patriots team and just amping everybody up.
It's that defense
Really?
that
Yeah.
is completely what got overhauled
Okay.
in free agency
Yeah.
last year. That's Drake May is.
They do have one of the best passing offenses in the league right now.
yeah, but did Drake May necessarily take another step?
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
no,
Yeah.
Drake May took another
but
step,
I feel like
but
we
he's
saw
just,
that from him last year. Is my point.
I mean, he's
we
third
just
in the league
gave
in
him
passing
Diggs
yards
and
now,
Travion Henderson now, and
And
to
Will
help-
Campbell.
and
Yeah.
Will Campbell
Will
and
Campbell.
a defense.
Shout out
Yeah.
Travion Henderson.
You know what I mean?
Dog.
Did he necessarily take the next step, or did the team around him boss up with him?
I think it was.
That's true.
I think it was both. Like Drake May, obviously, like you're playing in the AFC East, right? AFC
Yep.
East, yeah.
Yeah.
You're playing in the AFC East. You have the Bills who have won that division countless years,
Yeah.
and then you also have the crappy Jets and the crappy Dolphins. Sorry, I
Yeah.
love-
We're terrible.
But the Patriots have had such after Brady, they that Mac Jones and then Jacoby Brissett was there, and now it's Drake
Yeah.
May. If I'm forgetting anybody else, I'm sorry. I don't pay attention to them too much, but it's like they're starting to look like they used to, and it's starting to bring back glimpses of wow, the Patriots are like really good. Like, the playoff picture right now looks like we're in 2018. You got the Broncos,
Yeah, I got the Patriots
Colts.
as
Yeah.
the 2 seed.
Yeah,
So.
like Drake May though would not have done this if he had a different head coach. At least I don't
agree.
think. So I think Vrabel could. Like he's my
Yeah.
coach of the year right now.
I like that.
100%. He's my coach of the year.
I agree with
But-
that.
I just want to circle back with the Colts real quick because you said Jonathan Taylor and most valuable player.
Yeah.
He was on this team. The only real difference is Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
So is he not the MVP?
So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I'm just throwing that out.
no,
there.
and I agree with you, and I think that what's their head coach's name? I forget.
Steichen.
Shane Steichen.
Yeah.
He finally has like a quarterback that's not Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he has a guy who because
So
Daniel
bad.
Jones, even on the Giants, like I'll say this, like especially in the 2022 season, he was able to make some throws.
Yeah.
When he had time to do it, and now he has a great offensive line on the
Yeah,
Colts, and he's
yeah.
able to do that. But it takes so much pressure off of Jonathan Taylor. And that it opens up so many more running lanes, like when he breaks an 80-yard rush,
Yeah.
or when he got that, what was it, like an 11-yard game-winning rush in the Falcons game that they had last week.
Overtime. He had a
Like,
hat trick in that game.
5
Yeah.
games of
Winning
3+ touchdowns.
Yeah.
Like it's absolutely insane. And so Daniel Jones being that quarterback to be able to get it down the field a little bit, and
Yeah.
have freaking Indiana Jones blood gushing out of his
Yeah, that
mouth.
was-
Facts.
that was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Cool shot, I gotta say.
He is a stud, and honestly, if they keep going where they're going and he wins MVP, I won't say it's wrong, but
Yeah.
I will say like Jonathan Taylor, if they don't have Jonathan Taylor or a running back like Jonathan Taylor, they don't win as many games as they are.
Listen, I think that the
Yeah.
fact that I think that the reason why JT is having such more of a dominant season this year than he did last season is I think it's definitely has to do with Daniel Jones and not having Anthony Richardson. One, because regardless of how Daniel Jones played, you're gonna get more games
Yeah.
out of Daniel Jones than you are Anthony Richardson. Because
Yeah.
Anthony
Yeah.
Richardson's body seems to crumble after about 3/4 of NFL
what,
football.
not
Guys, I'm tired. I'm tired,
What,
take me
22
out.
years old or something, 23 years old, and he's like
Yeah.
more hurt than Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
He's you would think he's like a 50-year-old man.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous. He falls on his shoulder and hurts his shoulder once a season or his hip.
Yeah.
It's just soft.
To go back to your point though about Drake May, just to wrap up this segment, I think he's very comparable to Brock Purdy when Brock Purdy first started.
Yeah. Okay.
You have Brock Purdy, and he has so many weapons around him. You take him out, and you put a different quarterback in, like Mac Jones, and Mac Jones did pretty good. And Mac Jones was thought to be a bust in the past too.
Shanahan also has that really quarterback-friendly offense.
Yeah.
Shanahan's a quarterback whisperer. I mean,
Yeah.
He almost
But
went
that
to the
is-
Super Bowl, Colin Kaepernick.
So it's like
Yeah.
if you
They
take
went like 3-1
if you
with
take
like Nick Mullins 2 years ago.
Yeah.
if you take Drake May away, is the Patriots still the team that they are right now?
Absolutely not.
No, I don't think
You don't think
can't-
so?
I don't think you can take away because who do you replace him with? You know,
If- all right,
can't.
I mean, if
replace
you
him
put,
with
Let's say roles are reversed. Drake May is on the Colts and Daniel Jones is on the
Yeah.
Patriots.
Ooh, I think Drake May does.
You
Yeah,
think
I think
it's-
Drake May works on the Colts better.
You think
than
it's the
Daniel
same?
Jones. I think
Better than Daniel Jones.
I think
kind
their
of agree.
stats are the same but reversed. You know what I mean? I
Okay.
think Drake May has Daniel Jones looking stats and Daniel Jones has Drake May.
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
stats.
But I
agree.
think Drake May is a little more dominant with the arm.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
that, and
Oh,
like that'll
yeah.
open up things on the ground for JT even more, if that's
Yeah.
even possible.
I think
Yeah.
Drake May does better actually.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
I feel like we
100%
can't
agree
like
with that.
use like how you said earlier how like he got Diggs and Travion Henderson and like that could be what caused the step. I feel like we can't like use not necessarily
Yeah.
discredit, but I feel like we can't use the players that they acquired in the offseason to discredit Drake May. I feel like every quarterback needs
Of
their
course.
guy to get to the next level. You know what I
That's
mean?
what I'm saying. It's not a discredit. I'm just saying like I think he was already very good last year, and he is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
good this year. He just
Yeah.
has guys around him now.
Yeah,
I think,
because
I
he
don't
didn't have
think.
so
I
many
think
people
last year he was
Okay.
like, oh, like this is like a very good, promising rookie, and he was probably like a top 12
Okay.
quarterback last season. And now this year you guys see,
Yeah.
he's a top 3 quarterback. so
Yeah,
far
yeah,
this year.
yeah.
is the coordinator.
Yeah, and he's he was with Patrick Mahomes, right? He wasn't. with
McDaniels
Patrick.
was with.
He was.
Brady era.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking because I was
offensive
talking about Belichick coming earlier. I was
Yeah.
talking about
Yeah,
Belichick
yeah.
coming to the Giants, then get Josh McDaniels over because he's a Belichick disciple.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, Josh McDaniels could also be a Giants head coach candidate.
I don't
I don't
know.
think he's even.
I don't know
No
about
one's
it.
been able to work outside that Belichick hive mind.
I know. It's-
Whenever you take a coordinator out of that system, it doesn't work.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's I don't know. I know you got a guy like
Bill
Jackson.
controls it.
I mean,
Except for
McDaniels ended up
Vrabel.
right
Except
back
for
where he
Vrabel.
Yeah.
started.
'Cause
So
Yeah.
yeah. All right. I got 2 more segments left here. I'm just looking at time and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Over under. Who's everyone's underrated player?
You know what? We're still talking about the Patriots. I'm saying Stephon Diggs.
I like it.
I have another Patriot then to go off you.
Really?
Christian Gonzalez.
Ooh, okay.
I think he's a phenomenal
Gonzo
quarterback.
is-
Really, I think
Yeah.
he's awesome. I don't think he's underrated though. I feel like
I don't
he's-
necessarily
like-
think he's underrated either.
I think he gets
I
respect.
don't think people are talking about him when we say top cornerbacks in the league.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
I
You
don't
know
think
what?
so. Widely
No,
known
you
as
know
like a
what?
top
You
three
You
know
hear
top
about
corner
Sauce
now.
Gardner more than
That's
him.
kinda what I'm
He's
saying.
got better statistics than
Yeah,
Sauce
that's also
Gardner.
the name.
I do
Like,
agree. You
household
don't.
name.
When I'm talking about like the best corners,
true.
I don't really say
I don't think it's
Gonzalez. I
Gonzalez.
think
Yeah.
just Sertan and Gardner. But like,
Yeah.
If you ask me
Gardner's
the top 3
kinda
corners, I'm
trash.
always saying Gonzo. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Okay.
He would always be in my
He-
top.
he is
I-
a
See, but
dog.
you're
He's really
you're a
good.
football guy though. You're a football guy though. There's a lot of normal people out there
Yeah,
who will
that
know.
one here. That's
Everyone's
fair.
like, "Oh, Sauce Gardner," you know, like he's got the sauce at Buffalo
like
Wild
people who
Wings.
still view Marlon Humphrey as a top 5 corner. Those kinds of people.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I just feel like he doesn't get talked enough.
Yeah.
Talked about
yeah,
enough.
you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So that I think
You're not
that's
wrong.
All right, but what
Those
do you-
people do exist, by the way. The people who think that Marlon Humphrey is still a top 5 corner in the
Are you
league.
serious?
Yeah.
Of course.
I like
what
your
about-
pick with Diggs though.
Yeah.
Because I think
Same.
he's like a
Love it.
comeback player of the year.
I mean, I feel like he could be in that conversation.
Why wouldn't he be?
Daniel
think-
Jones,
I mean, 'cause
the
I think
comeback player
Hutchinson-
of the year. Come on.
I think
Oh, that's not a bad one either though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hutchinson's
he could.
probably good.
Yeah,
Because he came back from like a
Hutch is doing
serious
good.
injury,
And that defense
I
is
feel
honestly
I feel
overperforming.
like that award usually goes to an injured guy more so than like, oh, this guy
Was ass.
Yeah.
was ass and did good.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like a most improved player award.
Yeah,
That's
what I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Yeah, they should add
But
that.
yeah, no, Diggs. I loved when they picked him up because like he still always had that talent when
Yeah.
he was with the Texans. He was just injured. I mean, as like a wide receiver 2, 3, whatever you want to call him in that system, he was still putting up like 60 yards a game when he
Yeah.
was with the Texans. Like, and now he's probably
Yeah.
doing that with the Patriots. I don't
Yeah.
have the exact
He
numbers.
started
Yeah,
off
no,
the
the
year
past
pretty
few
slow,
weeks,
but
yeah,
he's
the past few weeks he's turned it.
Yeah,
on.
he's turning.
Yeah.
Well, he's a savvy vet, you know. Now
Yeah.
he probably wanted to have his workload a lot less in the beginning. So then they're like, "Oh, Demario Douglas and is that
Tayshaun
just like
Booty.
Tayshaun Booty?"
Yeah.
Yo, is Jalen Polk on that team at all?
I don't think
still
he's
there.
there anymore.
He's on the Saints.
Okay.
Okay.
Really?
I did a Patriots rebuild in last year's Madden, and Jalen Polk became just a dog. 'Cause he's like 6'3" or something. And I was like, oh, you're such a stud. Like, you're so sorry for it. But
Yeah.
that's Madden, so it's, obviously
That's
not real.
Madden.
My underrated player, and this, I don't know. I honestly don't even know how I feel about it. I just seen a couple clips recently
Yeah.
with Jacoby Brissett as their quarterback. Marvin Harrison. I
Okay.
think I don't think he's like the best. Like I don't think he's like Christian Gonzalez
Yeah.
or Stephon Diggs underrated player. But I think
Potential
that
to get there,
he's
though. Okay.
shown a lot of flashes that when he has the correct quarterback that kind of can throw the ball like
Yeah.
in a decent spot for him and actually targets him, he can go get the ball and make his way into the end zone sometimes.
He's
one of
injured
those
right now, right?
Yeah, he has a appendicitis.
yeah.
Weird. Yeah,
Not
very
good.
sudden.
Yeah, I do feel like a lot of guys are.
The new Call of
starting
Duty
to
came out too.
What'd you say?
The new Call of Duty came out too, and he has
Oh, yeah, so that's
appendicitis.
Kyler Murray?
Him and
Yeah.
Kyler are playing.
No, the thing about Marvin, like I feel like he just has so much talent, and he's also
Yeah.
such a good
Yeah.
like one-on-one go up and get it kind of guy. So I feel like you have to be given those opportunities, and I also feel like Kyler's never been.
What was the
that
team he was
kinda
on
quarterback.
before?
Who?
Marvin Harrison.
No, he
Well,
was.
his
No,
father
he
was
got
on
drafted.
the-
His,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
dad was a Colt. His dad's like one of the greatest receivers.
Okay, I was like, the
Yeah.
name sounds familiar. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no, that's
That
a very
route
good
that he
pick,
did
though.
in the sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. The route in the Cowboys game.
Oh, the slant.
Dude,
Oh,
he-
dude, he
Oh,
dropped
my
it.
got
God.
drafted. Yeah.
But
that's
dude,
bad.
the thing is, like, he's always had that talent.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
feel like having Kyler at quarterback, it kind of like overshadowed Marvin's talent in a
Yeah.
sense, where
Yeah.
like he became underrated. Like people viewed him as overrated, but then people were
Yeah.
calling him overrated so much that he became underrated.
Yeah,
And now you
exactly.
see what
That's
he's
a good-
done the
that's a good
past few weeks with Jacoby Brissett, just a different quarterback who's willing to even take a
Yes.
shot. Like imagine if like Marvin Harrison had a guy like Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
throw him the ball up, he'd be like a 1,400-yard receiver.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
kidding me?
and I really think the Cardinals they get a quarterback in this draft. They have to send Kyler.
do have to.
Kyler's- you
Send
could-
Kyler to the Jets or something because let his career die there.
Dude, don't.
How are you feeling about
Haven't we
how
don't?
would you feel
No,
about that?
no. I'm just no.
I forgot you were a Jets fan.
Yeah, you forgot for sure.
See over Armand Memphis.
Hold on,
Shout
though.
out.
For sure, bro.
I think Kyler
Yeah.
is without a doubt better than Justin Fields.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, for
100%.
sure.
Huge
I mean,
step up already.
yeah.
Kyler is
Yeah.
like,
But you
listen,
want,
I
but you
like
want to
Kyler.
start over.
Justin
and
Fields
when
is
you
like
bring
great
in a
value
guy, you
Kyler.
But
don't.
I don't want Kyler Murray on.
Yeah, you don't want to bring in Kyler
I
to
don't
show
want
a
it.
rookie quarterback. How the NFL is
That's
done.
true, that's
You want to bring in a guy like maybe
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
been
Yes,
in some pretty
yeah,
big games.
exactly, yeah.
Literally can't win a game on primetime, but has been in big games before. So.
And we know he's very much a team player.
Yeah.
Too, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Danny, what's yours?
So I didn't want you guys to think that I was just like, being a homer. But so I picked a Steeler and I picked
All right.
someone from another team. So for the Steelers guy, I got Nick Herbig. He's an edge rusher. He's had a
Okay.
phenomenal year so far. I think he has 4 sacks.
I don't
on-
even know the
Yeah, I was
guy's
gonna
name, so.
I mean, yeah, he's lost in the shuffle with
I think
TJ
he has like
Watt.
4 or 5 sacks on the season.
Okay.
He's second. Actually, no, I think he leads the team in sacks.
That's awesome.
So far this season. He's
Really?
speedy. He opens up a lot of things for the Steelers because, Alex Highsmith and TJ can't seem to stay fully healthy for a full season.
Yeah.
But also it opens up the possibility of maybe trading Highsmith down the line because the Steelers do owe him a lot of money. But, you have a guy like Herbig who can step into that role and be just as
Yeah.
just as effective. The guy outside of the Steelers who I have is a guy who I think should just walk away with the Defensive Player of the Year award because he is the the standpoint of the best defense in the NFL,
Yeah.
Nick Bonito for the Denver Broncos.
Okay.
He is
Yeah.
such a stud.
That
There
guy's
is not
Bonito.
there is not a bad part of that kid's game that I even see. And I watch a lot of Broncos games because, like I said, we're super high on the Broncos all the time. But he's a good blitzer. He's a good run stopper. He's good in coverage. Last year he had
He's
a
like
pick
their
six.
Mike,
He had like three
Mike Backer,
interceptions.
right? Or Sam
everywhere.
or something.
He's
their-
everywhere.
Yeah, he's more of
Yeah,
the
because
center.
Greenlaw's on that.
Yeah, he just came back from injury
Yeah.
recently. Yeah, and I feel like that's honestly helping Nick Bonito even more because
100%.
he's not getting like double teamed, when the linemen get up to
Yeah.
the second level and stuff like that, and it allows him to make more plays in the run game. He's just a stud, dude. He's a turnover machine. He's all over the field all the time. He's a fast side to side linebacker that can edge rush.
It'd be interesting.
got it all.
Seeing Broncos get Patrick Surtain, won Defensive Player last year. They give it to Nick Bonito this year. Like
You guys really love the Broncos, huh?
Dude, we've been high on the
defense is that
Broncos.
good.
Seems like.
Yeah, that actually one of the first posts that we made when we even started our podcast was about like the Broncos defense and
All
just
right.
how it was like they're bringing over the same unit from last year that was already historic. Because what was
being
the
compared
stat?
to the 2000s Ravens?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
They had like
Yeah.
9 more
Anyone is-
sacks than like the 2000 Ravens or something
Wow.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they added Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga, who were both Hufanga was a former All-Pro, and Dre Greenlaw, former Pro Bowler, and just very solid player.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
You had
until he
both of
tore his
those guys.
ACL, or not ACL, the Achilles and the freaking just
Right,
running out
super
onto
bad.
the field. That was
Yeah.
awful.
But dude, and then a year of progression from all your young guys like Zach Allen, Patrick Surtain, and Surtain won
Yeah.
Defensive Player of the Year last year. I just don't
Yeah.
know how a defense could even get better than that. That's why we love them so much because it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
such a gritty, hard-nosed team.
and they drafted Jade Barron. Like,
yeah, and they drafted Jade
he's
Barron,
playing
Yeah.
great.
who this kid was. Dude, he was huge on him. He thought he was going to be better than Will Johnson.
Really?
I think he is.
Yeah.
I mean,
He is.
Will Johnson has definitely proven himself, but so has Jade. Jade's actually been a big part of the
Yeah.
defense.
Will Johnson's a stud.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
For real. The man coverage on that.
I
yeah.
know. He's a
Yeah,
stud.
he locks on.
All right.
I got one more underrated player
Yeah, yeah.
to mention. I for the Seahawks, it's just an underrated player because like no one talks about a lineman.
Yeah.
And no one
Love
talks
it.
about
The,
like Gray Zabel,
love
the
it.
rookie
Okay.
offensive
Yup.
guard.
Yup.
Everyone's been talking about Membu.
Yeah.
Everyone's been talking about Campbell
Yes.
with this
Yeah,
draft.
yeah.
Zabel kind of flew under the radar. He slipped into this Seahawks system. Who literally like they did not have a guard on the
Yeah.
roster before they drafted him. So he was the perfect fill-in, and he's been playing great. I just saw a thing NFL posted. Calais Campbell gave him a shout. They were having a
Yeah.
cool conversation on the
Yeah.
field, and I think he's going to be just a stud for years to come.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
He will be. He's just got that like lineman mentality.
Yeah.
Like, just,
Yeah.
I want to go hit somebody.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about him.
All right, let's get to overrated players, and then we're gonna get to a quick mock playoff and Super Bowl picture. We have about
Really?
yeah.
That's your okay.
We got about 20 minutes left. So, my overrated player. I don't know. I genuinely don't know if this is a hot take or not this season. I'm gonna say Saquon Barkley. I think he's extremely overrated.
That's a pretty
Because
hot take.
you look at his stats and compare it to like J.K. Dobbins is better, Jahmyr Gibbs is better, and then you even compare it to Quinshon Judkins from the Cleveland Browns. They are like the same. They line up very similarly.
Listen,
Stats don't tell the full story.
stats
I
don't
know,
tell the
I
full
know,
story.
I-
Stats don't tell the
I
full
know.
story.
You're right.
Their offensive coordinator sucks.
Yes.
The Eagles.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a very big part of Saquon not producing like he did last season is the fact you game plan against the Eagles. What are you game planning against?
Yeah.
The run.
Exactly.
Because that's
Yeah.
all they're going to do. They don't even
Yeah.
throw the
Yeah.
football anymore.
Yeah.
A.J. Brown's like a top 5 talented receiver in the NFL, but is not top
That's-
50 in
yeah.
any stat. So, they just don't use him.
Top
Yeah.
three
I
I
complainer
think
in the
that's
league.
a product of the system.
Okay.
And teams are able to just scheme against it because they know what's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, dude, last season, I feel like
Last season,
ever even
yeah.
calling Saquon, I feel like he just.
I
don't
as
even know
a
where I'm
Giants
going
fan
with
who was I don't hate Saquon. I love the guy. I respect
Okay.
the decision because the NFL is a business.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we gave Daniel Jones a bag instead of the guy who actually won us football games.
The guy who deserved
Whatever that may be. I think that Saquon is you can't call him overrated because he's a 2,000-yard rusher in his career.
Yeah.
I
I take him on my team tomorrow, and I'm
Yeah.
a Giants fan.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, yeah, he does have a really good O line still. Like that Eagles O line is still really good, but Saquon just isn't producing his numbers from last year, but he's still having a great season. He's averaging, I think it's like 60-something rush yards a game, which that's still really good, but it's just below Saquon's, expectations.
I mean, it seemed like he started to get it going before he tweaked his hamstring against the Giants. He had like a 60-something yard touchdown.
He had 100. He had 150 yards in the.
He seemed like he
Giants
was getting
game, the
something
second
going.
one.
But I mean, we'll see once he comes back from that hamstring.
Well,
tweak,
he
which I think he's not
last
missing
year
this game.
around this time, I think he had maybe 600 or something rushing yards on the season. He had a lot less rushing yards than like Jonathan Taylor would right now or whatever. And then he turned it on like that, and he just ran.
Yeah.
He
like
probably
a
had like two or
chicken.
three 200-plus yard rushing games.
He
Yeah.
hasn't had as many like breakaway runs. I feel like.
Yeah,
You can-
exactly.
Yeah, that's really what it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, yeah.
And they honestly
20,
really
30
haven't
runs.
needed it, to be honest. Like
Yeah.
my overrated player is Jalen Hurts. I'm a big Jalen Hurts hater as much as he finds a way to win games.
I agree.
I just don't think that the guy can yeah, he's a system quarterback, and credit to the Eagles for building a system that he can,
It's a
thrive
high
in.
school
but-
system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The plays they were running are very simple, basic plays that every high school in America runs.
Yeah.
Honestly, and Jalen Hurts can be Brock Purdy and do the same.
Yeah, the only
I
place
agree.
where I do like, because I also am like, dude, I think I'm like the president of the Jalen Hurts fan club. Like, I do
Wow.
not like Jalen Hurts at all. Just because I think he can't throw the football.
Yeah.
But the one part where I could definitely give him credit, he is so good at taking care of the football and not
he
turning it
is.
over. He has one interception this year. I mean,
Yes, correct.
And
Yeah.
in the
That's
play,
correct.
I don't think he turned the ball over at all last year in the playoffs on his way to the Super Bowl.
No, I don't think so.
It's just, I mean, that's sometimes even more pivotal than a quarterback who's going to throw 4 touchdowns and 2 picks. Like,
Yeah.
not having any interceptions, and I mean, yes, granted, he gets his butt pushed into the end zone by a bunch of grown men.
Oh
every
my
week.
Yeah.
God!
They got to
When
ban
ran that play 4
They got
times,
to ban
man.
that play. It's,
And-
Not
and-
even
and the
ban
Eagles
it, just
fans,
reform it. Like you can
it's just not an NFL play. It is a rugby scrum, and a rugby scrum goes off
It is.
on the ref's whistle. It
literally
is.
doesn't go off the snap of the
Yeah.
center,
Well, they
which
go off-
actually goes off on the guard.
Yeah,
exactly.
they
It's
go off. They go
ridiculous.
off
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time.
Every single time, and then the Packers try to do it,
I didn't even.
and they throw the flag.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what happened in the Packers-Eagles game last week. The Packers ran it right after the Eagles ran it, and the Eagles false started by like probably a whole half a second more than the Packers
Yeah.
did, and they called false start on the Packers, but not on the Eagles.
It's the script. It's
right.
just the script, man.
All right, real quickly, what are your guys' overrated?
Oh,
Do you have one?
yeah.
I don't.
You guys see I have a Steelers jersey on. DK Metcalf,
Okay.
Wow, really?
dude.
You put him overrated.
I've
that-
never been a big DK guy.
Yeah,
truthfully.
that contract was
I can agree.
ridiculous. And like I understand the whole thing about like, getting George Pickens out of there and because like the
look at what-
personality
yeah.
thing. It's essentially the same receiver though.
Just keep him in there.
I actually.
That's what I'm saying. It's essentially
Well,
the
I
same
don't know
receiver.
why you
and-
gave Pickens to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Like you didn't need to. He
Now he's
Well, it
doing
was
great
because-
on the
it
Cowboys.
was because
though.
the Steelers wanted to get something out
Yeah.
of him, and they knew that DK would sign an extension.
Okay.
And they didn't. And Pickens was not probably going
No.
to sign
Actually-
an extension, so we would have had to franchise tag on Pickens this year, which I heard that the Cowboys might accept is like $31 million.
I mean, he's kind of balling out. For
He is
Dallas.
balling out for
You
sure.
know why you
but
get Pickens out of
long-term-
that offense? Because him and DK had the most penalties since George Pickens has been drafted.
Yeah.
And you want to bring DK into a new place, maybe try to be like, hey, new place, you can get rid of that old mentality you had, we'll play clean here, we'll be a better team. But then you have George Pickens lining up right next side of you.
Just
like,
beating the crap out of
that's what I'm saying. That's only going to elevate DK's
Yeah.
level of play with that. So you got to get rid of one to bring in the other, I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of what happened.
And then real quick, DJ, I'm really sorry, but the non-Steeler that I have is Brees Hall.
I agree.
Yeah.
I do
agree.
not think Brees Hall is like.
But he's on the Jets, man.
He's DeAndre Swift.
I don't think he's even as good as DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift has elusiveness, and
No, he doesn't. He's an old fart. I hate him.
DeAndre Swift.
I hate him.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift's mid
I
as
mean,
well.
I had him on
DeAndre, I
fantasy
think
last
DeAndre
year.
Swift has more talent than Brees Hall, dude. I watched Brees Hall.
What?
I would
Dude.
say they're
Yes.
they're
That's
they're
crazy.
the exact
That's
same tier.
crazy.
They're the
I watched
exact
Brees
same
Hall,
tier.
What?
and I don't see like anything.
All right, just so the
impressed
clip
me
gets
at
it. You said DeAndre Swift has more talent than Brees Hall.
Yes.
Wild.
I don't think it's that wide.
Can we just feel the awkwardness in the room right now?
This guy.
That's great.
Watch, bro. I'm just saying.
That's
watch.
insane.
So listen, who would I take on my team
What?
tomorrow? Probably Brees Hall.
The younger
That's
guy.
fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying DeAndre Swift is more talented in the sense of he is more elusive. He has more burst. He has probably better one-cut speed. And the only thing that
that
Brees
one's
Hall
true.
probably has on him is like better receiving ability and like maybe vision because DeAndre Swift's vision's a little janky.
So
All right.
let me just bring you back to. I know it's this year, right?
I don't
but
think
like,
they're that far of a
just,
gap.
Just look. They're not. It's not that far of a gap, but there is a kind of a gap. Like that's maybe about 6 or 7 feet. No, I had to throw that.
No,
But no, so like
we're going viral now.
I'm gonna throw this back to last year
man.
really quick.
was really loud.
Brees Hall, from what I remember last year, he did pretty well. He didn't do too
Yeah.
bad. But
Yeah, he
I
did.
know DeAndre Swift did god awful. Number one, he's on the Bears. Obviously, Brees Hall's on a worse team, the Jets. But I had him in fantasy last year. This is why I'm a big DeAndre Swift hater.
Okay.
This guy, running back, won on the Bears. They didn't have the worst O-line in the league, and you probably could have ran the ball into the end zone with them a couple times.
To be fair, it was pretty bad.
Oh,
The offensive
it was bad.
Yeah,
but I thought the Giants was a little worse, and the Jets was probably even worse than the Giants.
Most likely.
But I just was like, yo, how is DeAndre Swift not doing anything? And then they have Manungai now on the Bears too.
Manun guy.
and he's pretty good.
He is that guy.
He is that guy. But now
He's an angry runner.
Now
Strange
DeAndre's
workhorse.
yeah, he is. But now DeAndre Swift decides to just play football and do really well, and and he's having a really great season, and Brees Hall really isn't.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I think the two scenarios, okay, Brees Hall's on the Jets. The Jets suck again. The Bears are doing really well. Well, not really, but they're doing well in their division. They're second in their division now. So
DJ, let me just ask you,
Yeah.
what separates Brees Hall to you from your average NFL running back? What do you think he excels in, or
All right,
sticks out to
think he
I
is your
gotta say,
average
I will
NFL
look.
running back.
I think he
That's
is
what
your
I'm saying.
average
That's
NFL
why I
running
put him
back,
in the DeAndre
and I think
Swift
that
tier.
he looks good. Jets fans, don't come for me.
He has a
I know,
cool name.
I know, I
Yeah.
know. But I think the one reason he looks really good for us is because the rest of our team looks really bad. So he easily really stands out.
So you think Jets fans? So
I agree.
So you're essentially saying that Jets fans overcredit him.
All right,
because
is
you
this the
guys
part
don't
where I
have a lot of
walk off
positive
right
influence?
No, I don't know. I mean,
I agree with that take
you
though,
know,
Dan. It's almost like the Bugatti in that crappy home
Yeah.
in Florida.
Yeah.
But he's more of
Yeah.
the
He's more of just like a Mercedes,
the
like
freshly
C-Class.
detailed I don't know, Audi or something.
Yeah.
In a trailer park or something.
Yeah.
So it's worse than the home. It's a trailer park, but
Yeah.
it's not as good as a Bugatti.
all right,
Yeah.
we gotta move.
Anyway,
we gotta move on.
do you got an overrated player, or did you?
I have a hot take if you want to say overrated.
Yes.
All right, sure. Overrated player? I don't got a player. I got an entire team, the Indianapolis Colts.
Whoa. Wait, I did not expect that.
I'm not
Yeah.
totally against that.
Yep.
I am.
I'm
I'm
not
as well.
totally against
Such
that.
an easy first half schedule.
Yeah.
They've had such an easy first half schedule. The teams, they lost to the Rams, and they just barely beat the Broncos on a re-kick
Yeah.
that happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
And who did they just lose to recently?
Steelers.
The Steelers, yeah. And they just lost to the Steelers and then traded 2 first-round
Yeah.
picks to go get Sauce Gardner as an emergency move.
And then they're gonna go
because-
choke in the playoffs.
Yeah, because they think they're in win right now mode because they think Daniel
Yeah.
Jones is a Super Bowl winning quarterback and they think
Yeah,
that they have a team set. But I
it's
don't.
so-
I
It's the
don't.
same thing with Sam Darnold's Vikings
I
last
was about
year.
to say
Yeah.
it's so eerily
Yeah.
reminiscent of the Vikings last year.
really
It's
is.
like they're gonna go 14 and 3.
And their
or
division
13 4.
division really stinks. Like the Texans just aren't
yeah,
playing
they're
like
gonna
what I
walk
thought
away
they
with
were.
it.
The Jags stink, and then the Titans also just have 2 wins.
Exactly. So that's 6
Yeah.
free-ish. I'm putting that in quotes because the Texans are decent. That's 6 wins right there. you
Yeah.
know? And then, the rest of the schedule has been fairly easy. I think the back half is definitely tougher, and it's going to be a come to reality these next coming
Yeah.
weeks. And
We've
they'll
even
make-
seen that recently too with
Yeah.
Daniel Jones.
Exactly. They'll make the playoffs. I feel
Yeah.
confident
100%.
about it.
Yeah.
100%. Yes.
They
more-
won't go far.
I'm more scared about their defense, though. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
I was just gonna
Yeah.
say that. So I'm more scared about their defense not
Yeah.
holding up to playing complementary football with their offense. I'll be honest, I was not a Daniel Jones believer. I'm like, this is all Jonathan
Yeah.
Taylor and just luck. Daniel Jones
Yeah.
is just lucky. when I saw this guy bleeding from his mouth and drive down the field in overtime,
He did look a little.
I'm like, yo, who is this guy out here? And from there, I'm like, okay, the Colts found their guy. Hopefully for the next, for their sake, for the next couple of years. I love Daniel Jones. When we drafted him at 6 overall, I was like, yo, who is this loser?
From Duke.
Yeah, from Duke. Right. But I'm happy that he's balling out in the Indianapolis Colts. But I don't, especially because I love Pat McAfee, doing that, with Daniel Jones having him on the phone. But what I don't agree with is that they won't go that far. I think honestly they get to the AFC Championship.
Wow.
But ready. Well, I don't know. We're talking about playoffs and stuff like that.
For crunch for time, I'm just gonna have us just name who we think is gonna be in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're any, we could also just run through
You
any
can go to championship.
polarizing
Yeah,
matchups.
so-
if we got something that's a
Yeah.
little far-fetched.
So my championship games now. I'm going to do the NFC first.
Yep.
Okay.
I think the NFC Championship game is going to be the Lions and the Rams. I don't think the Eagles are getting there. I hate the Eagles, and I hope that they just lose. And I hope they lose out the season and somehow get kicked out of the playoffs. But that's not going to happen. They're going to be I think they're going to be the 3 seed, or they honestly might be the 1 still. And Detroit and LA just get up to them and get seen in the championship.
I'm similar with you.
Yeah.
I got Rams Packers.
Okay.
I actually have the Packers taking the division.
Oh, really?
North.
Wow.
you got the Packers beating the Lions in the first round, or who was your 1 seed?
I have the Packers in the championship.
The first round matchup would
Really?
be Packers Lions. And
That's sick.
I didn't know there was a lot of Packers.
That's what I
like
had
that
too.
here.
I had Lions Packers in the first round too. I had the Lions taking it though, but I also got Lions Rams in the NFC Championship game.
My AFC Championship is going to be I have 2. It's either going to be the Broncos and the Patriots or the Colts and the Patriots.
Ooh.
The reason why is because I know the Patriots are pretty young, other than Stephon Diggs, really. But Mike Vrabel, he's hungry for blood. So is Drake May. They're going for it.
Yeah.
So it's Trevion Henderson.
My Super Bowl is going to reflect the 2 best coaches in the National Football League,
Okay.
Dan Campbell and Mike Vrabel.
Okay.
I think
Not
the
Andy
Patriots. What?
Not Andy Reid.
Sorry, not 2 best coaches in the league, but you know what I meant.
Sean
You know-
McVay.
All right.
Yeah, I got you.
Now, obviously, let's be honest, the Chiefs are probably getting back to the Super Bowl, but let's just hope
Let's
not.
not talk about it. Let's
How
skip past that.
unfortunate
We
is
don't
that?
say the C word on this podcast. I have a really, really hot take as far as my AFC
Yeah,
championship.
wow.
Bengals and Lions.
For the Super Bowl?
No, Bengals and Lions. Bengals and Patriots. And then I Bengals and Lions.
Bengals are getting to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy.
Bengals are going to the playoffs. Joe Burrow's going to come back. He started practicing again this week.
Week 14, they'll be back.
He's going to be
Joe
back against the
Flacco's getting them
Ravens.
to 500.
Did you see Did you check their schedule and stuff? You think that they could win out?
I think they can.
control their own destiny.
I think you get Joe Burrow in. I think they're winning.
But you think that they win these week 11, next 3 games with Joe Flacco probably?
They have to.
I think that
Yeah, they got Steelers, Patriots, Ravens, Bills.
They're beating the Ravens.
Oh
Are they playing?
I mean, but
Wait,
as
are
we've
they-
seen in this NFL season, is there
Are they
really
playing the
a lot of
Ravens at
parity.
home or away?
At home.
So
Okay.
yeah.
What? Wait, they actually played them twice.
Oh,
Okay.
in the next couple weeks or
Yep.
Thanks, both.
Joe Flacco's revenge.
listen,
Joe Flacco revenge.
They
The
couldn't,
Unk Bowl
they couldn't win with
2.0.
Joe Flacco putting up some of his best games.
Yeah, like 450 yards.
I'm
4
sorry.
That
I don't think
defense.
changing to Joe is going to fix the team. You know,
It's the defense.
Like
It
I
is the
said, the only
defense. It is the
defense in the
defense.
league that's worse than the Cowboys is the
and their
Bengals.
offensive line. And their
Oh my
offensive
God, it's
line.
horrific.
Yeah, it's
and like
horrific.
they have no run
But-
game either.
Yeah. Chase Brown. Talk about fantasy
I
bust.
think they're gonna make their
I
way
don't know.
in.
DJ's got some hope that they
I
wake
don't know.
up.
I don't know.
I don't
the return
disagree
of
with
Joe
you.
Burrow
Like,
with the fire under
last
them.
year, I was
think
like, yeah,
they
Bengals
secure
are
a
making
wild
it.
card spot. Yeah.
Yeah, Bengals were
I
making it
thought so
last year.
too, but there was a lot of stuff that was out of their control at that point.
So-
and I feel like it could be similar just because of how they've started the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So mine's a little weird too, a little far fetched. I also have a AFC North team going a little further than most people expect. So I got the Steelers versus the Patriots in the first round. Call me a homer, whatever. It just feels like a game that the Steelers can win. They already beat
Okay.
them this year.
I
They already
agree.
beat the
No, it
Patriots
does.
earlier
No,
this
That is
yeah.
a game the Steelers
Yeah,
can
yeah.
win. With,
Then I got Steelers Broncos going second round, and then Broncos beat them. Broncos Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, and then we got
That'd be a great game.
Broncos.
I agree there.
I got Broncos Rams in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
One, I love the
Broncos
Broncos.
Rams in the Super Bowl.
2, Broncos defense is
Knicks.
so amazing, and then also the Rams just all around are amazing. Their defense is great.
I wish
Matt
Zach
Stafford
Wilson
looks
was still
great.
in Denver. Throw Zach
Where
Wilson.
is
as
he,
the
Miami?
other Super Bowl. Yeah, he's in Miami.
Dude,
right
why aren't
now.
they starting him out there?
He's probably stealing
I
someone.
know.
He's probably stealing
What's that?
someone's
Oh,
money.
oh yeah,
He's a
the guy-
married man now.
yeah,
He's
20 years
he's a
ago.
married man now. Congratulations, Zach Wilson.
You think
He's a
that
married
matters?
man now.
He's a mom stealer.
Oh my gosh. Oh boy.
Yeah, but I got the Rams as my Super Bowl champions.
Okay.
My
Nice.
official Super Bowl champions.
I got the Lions as mine.
I still like that.
Yeah.
Damn, so you got the Bengals going all the way for
I
nothing.
had
do.
I had the
I
Lions
do.
as mine too. Yeah.
For my AFC Championship, I also have Broncos Chiefs. I think the Broncos take that,
Chiefs.
and I think the Broncos take the Super Bowl because I have Packers Broncos being the Super Bowl, and I think that's a game the Broncos win. Weirdly enough,
Yeah.
though, I think if the Rams beat the Packers, the Rams take the Super Bowl over the Broncos.
Packers
Yeah.
Broncos would be such a
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
game.
The
I feel like
Ram-
my brain can't imagine that.
Yeah.
That'll be a fun one. Though.
Wait,
It would be
I
sick,
want to
man.
bring us back. I think it was 2013 Broncos Seahawks.
Yeah.
The most
Yes.
high-powered
Yeah, yeah.
offense versus the most high-powered defense. You throw the Rams and the Broncos, one of the most high-powered offenses, the best defense in the league.
Yeah.
That's
a good-
maybe
that's a
it's
good
a
game.
repeat.
Didn't
maybe
Seattle
it's a
murder them though?
Oh yeah,
in
it
that
was
Super
like
Bowl?
yeah, but Peyton Manning couldn't do anything. 'Cause he
Right,
was just
because
like-
that defense was
yeah,
just
that was literally
stacked.
it was the prime of the Legion of Boom.
I think
Yeah.
that could be
Legion
the
of
same
Boom,
kind of
yeah.
dilemma with the Broncos.
Yeah,
dude.
like,
it's a historic defense with numerous All Pros and Pro Bowlers on
Oh
it.
yeah, and of course you can't hit like the Legion of Boom because that's just against the stupid rules now. So you have to force turnovers and prevent points allowed. So
All right. Well, to wrap this up, I wanted the boys from Fuming Football to come up with a parlay for you guys going into the week.
All right. So there wasn't lines that were up. There was no lines up yet, but we do have two money lines.
All right.
Jameis Winston over 3.5
Two
receptions.
money lines.
Two money lines and one player
What?
prop.
Okay.
Our
Okay.
player prop is Caleb Williams, 200 plus yards. You get that at great value.
It was negative
He's-
200, but he's hit it in every single game except for one this year.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's at great value. Our money
So
line
that's
picks.
a parlay pick if you're tagging that on to
Our
anything,
money
I'd
line
say.
picks are Chicago against the Vikings. Chicago is underdogs currently, which we feel is very weird because they're scorching right now. As of recent, their run game's been ridiculous.
Chicago is
Vikings.
currently plus
Okay.
124 against the Vikings, and I wrote down a stat that I want to throw in here.
Sure.
The top two quarterbacks in like time to throw, holding onto the ball the longest, is Caleb Williams and JJ McCarthy. The biggest difference is Caleb Williams' O-line allows the third least amount of sacks per game, and he's got a way better like scramble potential than JJ McCarthy does. And JJ, his O-line is allowing the second most sacks per game.
Okay.
Wow.
Even with the most time.
Yeah.
That's JJ,
JJ's
you gotta let
just
go of the
holding on-
ball.
Exactly.
Yeah,
JJ's holding on to it way
yeah.
too long.
Let go of the
And
rock, JJ.
So is Caleb, truthfully, but Caleb is scrambling 20 yards backwards
Yeah.
and around and about before he gets the ball out. So
Can I see your phone?
Yeah,
What was the other
so-
money line?
the other one, where were we on? Yeah, you can check.
I got you.
the
The
Rams?
other money line that we liked was the 49ers against the Cardinals.
Yeah.
The Niners are minus 164. Brock Purdy's back this week. They're healthy, at least on the offensive side of the ball. I don't really understand how the money line's even that close, really. Because
That is kind of crazy.
the Niners' offense is just so high powered, and they have
Yeah.
a good defensive mind.
I honestly
and
have them
defense.
sneaking into the 7th seed, the 49ers.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can,
yeah,
yeah,
so do
yeah,
I.
I can.
And that's
I can
what I'm
see
saying.
that.
Like, in what world is Jacoby Brissett going to be able to contend right now with
Yeah.
this 49ers team?
Yeah.
And also a 49ers team that has a lot on the line, too.
Yeah, that's true.
Winning matters a lot for them right now,
Yeah.
and not so much for the Cardinals. The Cardinals
Yeah.
are kind of toast. So I don't know. I feel like that's also really good value. So Caleb Williams, 200 plus yards. Bears money line against the Vikings, and
You just said
49ers money line against the Cardinals.
Okay. All right. I'll throw it right up on the screen. It should be like somewhere over here floating out in space.
Be around
hopefully.
like a plus 300 probably.
Yeah.
There might be like something like going around.
You guys know that there'll be a profit boost too, so use that
Yeah.
make it a little plus 500 play.
I would also like to let it know that if we continue this, we are definitely looking for sponsorships. So if you would like to sponsor us, I'm not trying to sound greedy, but like. Yeah.
I've given
I'm
you
gonna
so much
redact
money.
that name, but redacted name. Please contact us. That'd be
any gambling site.
yeah. We're not promoting you for free. So all
There's
right.
one that starts with a K, and then there's another one that
Another
starts
one
with an R.
Yeah. All right. Well, Fuming boys, thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having
It's
us.
been a
This was
pleasure working with you guys.
was fun.
Adapting Social, check them out. Point Pleasant. Thank you guys so much for letting us use your beautiful space here. This has been awesome working with you guys. And if you guys can run these numbers up, hopefully we do this again next month.
Yeah, that's it.
So-
I think this could definitely be a
I think so.
recurring thing.
I like
Yeah.
doing this. This was cool.
Yeah, it was very good. Went
And I
very
think we've talked about doing a Super Bowl pregame show too. So we're
well. I
gonna
didn't talk
see
to you
how things
about
go.
that, but
I'd be
Yeah.
yeah, imagine
Um,
having it up right there, recording live reactions, turn the chairs around.
Yeah. Imagine that. I can use the space. But yeah, all right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Not sure what's gonna happen next with this. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you soon.
Who knows? Maybe you guys see DJ next week on Fuming Football. Maybe you guys see my face next week.
Who knows? Who knows? All
What
right.
the future
well,
has to hold.
like,
Check out-
comment, subscribe. I know that sounds so cringy, but please do it. We need the numbers really badly. We worked really, really, really hard on this. Like, I mean it. This is, we feel passionately about this. We love doing this. So please give us a follow. Check us out. I'll leave all the Fuming Boys stuff linked down below. See you guys next time.
Hell yeah.
Peace.
Peace.